Hey everybody, it's me. You know what? I just don't want to get on right now. I just want to talk openly and freely without feeling like I'm playing to an audience. I've just been thinking a lot, and all the stuff about Biden, Trump, or politicians, and I really just want to break it down for the reality of what it really is. Our founding fathers created the system in such a way that politicians and people in authority are not rulers over us. They are public servants. And Jesus says, the highest among you will be servant under all. We, the people, are the royalty of this land. We're the one that owns it. And they, the politicians, people in power, are the ones who are called out from among us that we had chosen to represent and do what we want. But they have to do it based on the moral code and principles that uphold the integrity of a nation and keep it going for many generations. So all of that has changed. It's like these people have forgotten that they are public servants and that we are the real rulers, the citizens are the real rulers of the land. I mean, there's so many things to unpack here, bro. Like, just think of it. Why was the First Amendment the First Amendment? Why? Because freedom of religion. Because if I got my history right, I'm not too good on history, but if I got it right, King George was doing craziness over there in England and was forcing them to do like something with the Catholic Church or something. So they wanted to worship God the way they wanted to worship God. So they came over here with the pilgrims and all this, and they started America. And they were like, bro, we're going to worship God any way we want to. And then they came over, and the English, the troops and all that came over and was like, well, you're really still a part of us. And then they started taxing them without representation and started taking people's land, salt in the earth of their farms, going mental. Like, okay, you're going to pay us to be, because you're our citizens, or, that's just the way it is, and we just got tired of it. Like, we're done with the religious, tyranny, and now we're done with you coming over here being, land barons and that kind of tyranny. So let's just kick the hell out of you until you're out of here, bud, and we just have our own thing. So that's what they did. Pretty much that's the gist of what I got from history class. And so they're like, we're done with it, dude. And a bunch of farmers beat the hell out of probably the most powerful army on earth. And George Washington got the troops to pray a lot, and he knelt down in the snows of Valley Forge and asked God to help him in battle. And God helped him, and we won. And that's what we had today. Now, besides all the stuff of, colonizing and taking away all the Indians' lands, sure, that's a crappy deal. Real horrible. But, let's not make it into these innocent little victim, poor little fella Indians. I got Indian family. It doesn't give me a right or not to have a right to be able to speak. I can do whatever I want. I can speak about anything I want to. I'm a human being with free will, okay? I'll talk about whatever the hell I want. So, yeah, that sucks. That the conquistadors and the original Italians that came over here to America and the English and, the Europeans came over here and they just, started taking over the land. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. And then the Indian Wars and everything. But let's not pretend like, oh no, these poor sweetheart little Indians, oh no. Dude, they were massacring each other and following a bunch of crazy false gods. And, like, killing each other in the name of their false gods and sacrificing each other in the name of their false gods and doing war parties and war dances and like to go to war with each other. So you can call us colonizers, you know, the Europeans or anybody who came over here to take territory. You can call us colonizers, but really, before we ever got here, you were colonizing each other. So it's pretty funny. I just want to say that part. Yeah, the black people, that's so terrible, dude. So terrible that, you know, I've heard many rumors about this. You know, the textbooks in history class tell us that, oh, we went over there, we captured a bunch of black people, and we brought them over here as slaves. But I've heard very compelling, conflicting stories on this. Like, what really happened was the chiefs of certain tribes would go and tell the Europeans, hey, we have these other tribes people over here that are like real scummish people, so why don't you capture them and we'll help you to do it. Or we got some low life people with us in our area, so we'll just capture them and sell them to you. Like, I heard that that's what they were doing in most of the cases. And then in some cases, like maybe the Europeans just went and was like, rah, and took a bunch of black people. That's horrible, dude. That's really, actually really detestable and disgusting. And I'm not saying that because I have to say that. Damn, that's horrible, bud. Imagine if somebody come over here like some like, yeah, I don't know, some like Egyptians or something just came over here, captured like, thousands of Americans, white people, and just took them over like, you're our slaves now. Like, oh my God, bro. Taken from your homeland, your traditions, and just like forced against your will to be traded like cattle. Oh my God, dude. Sorry guys, I'm getting over Corona. Yeah, I had Corona. But the only reason why I'm laughing about that a little bit, why you can hear the laughter in my voice, I'm not actually laughing about that. It's so unimaginable that it sounds insane. It sounds like something that shouldn't exist. Like, what the hell is happening here? Like, it's shocking. Like, it sits you back in your chair like, that cannot possibly be real, okay? But it is real. And it was horrible, bro. And I don't know how historically accurate some of these films are. I've seen like a film where, I forget who it was, but he's a really big actor, and it's like about slavery. And I think it's 12 Years a Slave, right? That movie. And it shows these people standing naked in like a house, like they're vases or artwork or something, or statues or something, or like some piece of machinery that you buy at a store, and they're standing there naked, and it's like hitting the person's chest or the side of the thigh, like this one's good. He's rough, dude. Like, he's strong. He'll work forever. Like, I don't know if that's real, but if that's real, holy shit, bro. How did humans get, like, think about it for a minute. How did humans in what we called civilized, right? With streets and, stone buildings, brick buildings and everything, and you're in your wig and your top hat, and you're in your common suit, and you're so civilized that you're taking other human beings naked and like showing them like they're cattle inside of a house that's like a normal, like, upscale house. That is mental. I can't believe it, bro. Dude, I don't know if that's really what happened, but if something like that happened, I would be like I am now, with nervous laughter. Like, this cannot possibly be real. I'm dreaming this, bro. This is like some kind of hellish nightmare. It's crazy. But I'm telling you, I feel real disgusted when I hear about stuff like that. That's reality. I'm the whitest dude you ever seen. I'm so white I'm almost see-through, okay? But to think of something like that, good God, man. You couldn't imagine it. You really just couldn't imagine it. To have your humanity taken away from you like that. Not like, oh no, it's naked. I'm ashamed naked in public or something, Or, oh no, they're going to take me away from my country or my family or my lands or something, or my heritage. No, bro. It's all the way down to the point where they've taken your humanity, where you're not even seen as a human being, but like an ox or a donkey or something. That to me, wow. I can't really even fathom it. Like, I can't really, dude, holy mackerel, bro. I want to say a bad word, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying not to swear. I'm sorry for swearing so far. I just can't, dude, unimaginable. I just can't think of it. And you see the same thing with the Muslims. And I'm not attacking Muslims. I'm just saying the reality. Whenever people hear me say stuff critical to certain peoples or the certain things, they think that I'm hateful towards them or that, I hate them or something crazy. No, bro, I'm stating the reality of what is. I'm saying facts. I'm just saying what's happening, like a commentator at a boxing match. Oh, Tyson hit him in the jaw. He's going down. Like, oh my God, bro. You'd be so mad against Lennox Lewis no, dumbass. I'm just saying what's happening, I'm giving my commentary on what's actually occurring. So like the Muslims, they took these backpacks, right, or these bombs, and it was an Easter event, commemorating Christ Jesus, just having a celebration about Jesus, and they took these backpacks. Well, this is what I heard on this. They took these backpacks to where these mothers and children were having fun with the Easter stuff at a big park, and they set the bombs by the swing sets where all the people were gathered to take pictures or hanging out or something, and they blew up little children and women. Now think of that. Think of that. These are their own people from their own country that had that same mentality that we want to rob you of your humanity. That they've seen them as not just like, oh, you're the enemy of our, crazy religion, and our crazy religion tells us we got to kill you, okay? That's not the only thing they saw. They saw no humanity in these human beings. That they could just kill them, blow up little children, and fully have in their mind it's okay because it's not a human being. And then you look now at all these crazy Democrats that are totally fine with abortion, and everyone's going on about it. But have you ever stopped? Have you ever just stopped for a minute? I know you want to go, oh, women's right to choose. Oh, my body, my choice. You're right. That slogan is right, but you're saying it at the wrong time, okay? It's your body, your choice. When you decide to spread your legs like a whore and have sex with a dude that you're not committed to. Simple, easy. Okay, that's your body, your choice. It is no longer your body, your choice, okay? When you commit the barbarism of torture and murder against a separate living entity with its own DNA, then no longer is it your body, your choice, but now it is criminal homicide. And think of these people that are so brainwashed by this ideology that they take away the humanity of, in my opinion, and everybody's opinion's not really worth that much, but in my opinion, the greatest thing on the face of the earth, besides smoking hot brown girls, sorry, my wife's gonna kill me. Okay, but the greatest thing on the face of the earth is babies. I'm not talking like 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, cool, you're a cute little kid, cool. I'm talking about little tiny babies that can't crawl, can't walk. They're just learning their first word, mom, 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 dad, dad, dad. They're just chubby little innocent fellas that need kisses, and you need to sneak them some ice cream, and you need to show them, the brand new SpongeBob episode. They just see the flashing colors, and they're so mesmerized, and they're drooling down and eating their hand, and they just need kisses, okay? Let me just tell you. And you need to carry them around. They're the closest thing to heaven that is on the earth, besides the Holy Bible. They're the only things. Like when your child is born, they are literally, if it's a full-term child, when they're born, they come out of the mother's womb, they're the closest thing to heaven, paradise, eternity than anything else on the planet. There is nothing in existence closer to God, closer to eternity, closer to what heaven is than that baby that was just given birth to. When they pull them out, it's got the guts, the blood, the poop, the piss on them. And I've seen my children be born. In that moment, most people are like, oh my God, my baby, they cry about it. But they don't think of the other part that, wow, dude, 9 months ago, you were an idea in God's mind. You didn't have this mortal body that was being created so that your soul could be housed in it. You get what I'm saying? You are the closest thing to God that's on the earth. And I think that that's the most amazing thing in all of creation. Not only do these crazy people and mothers brainwash to murder their own unborn children, they don't just steal that away from us or humanity. They also steal away the baby's humanity, the baby's own inherent humanity. Think about that. Think about that. I mean, I really want you to break this, because I hate abortion probably more than anything, besides infidel blasphemies against the Lord ELO-bo-HIM. Abortion is so unbelievably, it's really almost impossible to fully fathom it. It's so horribly evil. But think about this. When you're born into the world, when you're a little kid, right? You're looking for a mom and a dad. Or if you're a single parent, you have a single parent, right? You're looking at them like, Mommy, please help me tie my shoes. Daddy, I'm hungry. And you rely on them. But even more so, the more you go back in time to when they're, 3, 2, 1, 8 months, 4 months, 1 month, the further you go back, the more they are dependent upon you. And all that amazing love that has to be tied into that child to look at you at 3 years old and be like, my entire existence, my emotional happiness, my survival in this environment is all my faith, hope, trust, love, everything is laid on this one adult human who is my parent. Imagine all that trust and love in the eyes of that baby. And then a person so evil, maniacal, and treacherous would look at that baby that's fully dependent upon them for their survival, emotional wellness, to be happy, running around, trashing the house. Yeah, it's annoying, but bro, it's a little baby. It's innocent, doesn't understand anything. And they're hungry, they're tired. They need clothes, you need to take them a bath, you need to change their diaper, you need to do all that. Their entire survival in every capacity is dependent upon you. And you are to love them with a love that would not just make them survive, but to thrive. And to go out of your way in every way possible to make them happy, okay? And yet you're going to be so evil and maniacal and truly evil, okay? To look at that little baby that's in your belly and be like, this one who needs me to survive, this set of human emotions and this human brain with the soul attached to it, that fully loves me unconditionally. When he comes out and he's 2 years old and he's looking at me, he runs to me when strangers in the room. And you're going to look at that little baby, negate his or her little humanity and be like, you know what? I'm fine with going into a doctor's office. They take these big metal scissors in. They grab a piece of the baby's leg. They rip the leg right off. The baby's still alive, bro. Still alive. Feeling it. They go in for another leg, rip the other leg off, grab for an arm, rip an arm off. The baby's in there just like so shocked. Imagine if I cut your arm off. Not even cut it off, but ripped it off of your body. Grab like a big vise, put it on your arm, and just ripped your arm. Like ripped it right off, dude. What would that feel like for you? Well, you who's alive right now, listen, if I did that to you, it would be justified if someone came into the room, saw that happening, and shot me to death. It would be justified. The person would be called a hero for killing me. And yet, you, parent, are going to do that to your own little baby from your own womb. Rip their arms off, their legs off. Then once their limbs are off, right, they take that same like vice thing and they grab the baby's guts out and rip the guts out of the baby. At that point is probably when the baby dies, feeling its guts coming out. And then they take a vice like tool, go up on the baby's head and crush it in the vice and be able to pull it out so it doesn't, really hurt the girl's vagina when pulling it out because it's too big or whatever. Think about that. Just think about it for a minute. I want you to really stop and see those images in your mind. If you support abortion, that's what you're supporting. Barbarism, torture, murder. That's what you're doing. Anybody with half a mind would know. I'm sorry for the language. Holy fucking shit, bro. You just ripped a baby to pieces like a wild animal. How the fuck are we not murdering you right now? How are you allowed to live? How has our government made it so that you're allowed to do that? What if I had an enemy that I hated? Like he killed one of my kids in a drunk car accident or something. Or he was negligent and killed my mom in some way by medical malpractice, right? It should be justice that I'm allowed to be alone with that person to kill him in whatever manner I think is humane. Not a little bit of torture, maybe, but just to kill them. Because that would be justice. And yet somehow, magically, you're killing the most innocent thing on the planet, barbarically ripping them to shreds, and yet somehow you're allowed to live. And not only that, but you're rewarded with money for it. And not only that, you're rewarded with a doctor's title for it. And not only that, but you're totally protected by the people who are in power. That sounds more evil to me than the Egyptians who were killing the Jewish babies way back in them times, back in the Old Testament time. I'm telling you the truth, bro. Just for that reason, just for abortion, anybody who agrees with it, anybody who goes through with it and doesn't repent, doesn't feel sorry and repent to God and live a reformed life, every doctor that is not really a doctor, is just a murderer, everyone who's engaged or involved or supporting of it, I'm telling you the truth, bro. I'm telling you. I've read the Holy Bible. I've lived with God for many, many years. And I'm telling you, that's probably the worst imaginable thing that you can do. And the punishment that is waiting for you, the human mind can't even comprehend it. You can't fathom it, dude. You cannot, dude, it's an impossibility. I shake in fear, bro. I shake in fear just thinking of what's going to happen to you that's not going to happen to me. I can't imagine the wrath and unimaginable horrors that God's going to put on you for doing that. I can't imagine it, bro. I don't want to imagine it. That's how much it terrifies me, that I'm not guilty of it, and yet I know you're guilty of it, and I know what God's capable of in infinite amount of things he could do to you. being all sovereign and all powerful with an infinite intellect, creative, mindset to be able to punish you in any kind of way he creates. I really shake in terror at what's going to happen to you. Is it just? Yep, it's just, buddy. You got what you got coming. But damn, dude, I could not imagine it. It's going to be so unreal. It's going to be so unreal. You guys walking around, my rights, women's rights, medical. Excuse my language, so you are fucking doomed beyond what you could possibly imagine. You cannot imagine the hell that's waiting for you. So even though, you got to look at it a couple ways, I really don't want you to go to hell. That's a terrible place, unimaginably so, but if you think about it, you would want to escape hell. But also think about it like, oh my God, bro. I'm walking around talking about this so proudly, yet the Lord said, now he meant it in two ways. He's looking at little children, and they're like, make the little children go away, they're annoying so that we can learn your teachings. And he was like, listen, man, don't mess with little kids. This isn't verbatim, but you can go look it up. They're like, don't mess with these little ones. Anyone who offends these little ones, it would be better that they had a millstone, like a 100-pound stone, tied around their neck, and they'd be thrown in the ocean than to face me for messing with these little kids. Now, here's the flip side. God was talking about people who are immature children spiritually. Like, they're not bad little children. They're just like, they're not grown up in the ways of Christ. If they're trying to learn about Christ right initially, and then you try to, carry them off into wickedness or prosperity preaching, you're doomed, okay? Let me tell you. God's gonna, oh boy, I didn't want to talk about it, okay? I'll just tell you it's gonna be unimaginably horrific for you. But he's also talking about human children. That if you torment or offend or do something crazy towards little children, you got, oh my God, bro. It's gonna be real bad. Like, your human mind cannot wrap around what's gonna happen to you. It's gonna be real bad. And I know that these are hot topics, and but I gotta tell you guys, you're being lied to, man. You're being lied to, and that's the whole thing about this racism stuff. If you really stop and think about it, who is actually being racist? You don't see mass amounts of people saying the N-word. They just don't go around, hey, ain't bald this nigger stuff, like. And I don't say that in a derogatory way. I'm saying, oh my God, it's so terrible. Oh, I can't believe you said that word. It's just a word, bro. Like, why are you so weak and pathetic? You let a word conquer your entire life. Like, people call me honky white boy cracker sometimes. Dude, what? That doesn't affect me. But the word nigger is so, oh my God, it's like abomination. And yeah, it's terrible, but bro, if you look up that word in the dictionary, if they haven't banned it from the dictionary, it just means an unintelligent person, like a stupid person. If you're not retarded, making dumb decisions, I don't mean mentally retarded, you're just not a dumbass that makes stupid decisions. It doesn't matter what color of skin you are, that word nigger applies to anybody who's an idiot making dumb decisions. That's really what it means. And if you use it in a derogatory way against a certain race of people, like black people, it's not something you should be killed for. That's like calling me a white trash honky. Should I kill you for calling me that? No, bro, you gotta relax. You shouldn't let... Sorry, guys, I'm dying from corona. Oh, I'm getting over it. But you shouldn't allow small things like that to dictate your entire life. And here's the thing. I don't see white people going around saying that. I don't know of anybody that goes around saying the N-word. Never heard of it. Like, I haven't heard of that since like the 90s. I don't know where the hell these people, these white liberal liars are telling you that all these racists are. They keep saying the KKK. When is the last time anybody has ever seen the KKK? It never happened, bro. I've never seen a KK member in my entire life, dude. Never. I don't even know, like, where are these? I've been looking for, where are you at, bro? Like, I don't know where any of these humans exist. What the hell are you talking about? KKK, Proud Boys, like all these different people They just create names now, you know what I mean? Or they can't find any of these people, so they just say it's anybody who's white. Oh, you're racist now. They created white, but you know what I'm thinking? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think they created this white privilege kind of thing just because they couldn't find the KKK members or any of these crazy racists that they're all saying is secretly hating people. Like they couldn't even find them in any community. So they're like, oh, we have to keep selling this bill of goods about racism so people get hyped up on emotions to buy our stuff, buy our product, which means they vote for us to keep us in power. So to retain our power and to sell this product of racism, we can't find the racist people. Like they're somehow gone magically. They're gone all of a sudden. So we'll just create an overall sweeping general statement about that's called, white privilege that groups all the white people. So if you even say anything about racism or, if you're looking like you're, middle class kid that's in college or something, oh my God, it's so terrible because you got that somehow because of the slavery days, Dad, I got to tell you something, okay? If I made a bunch of money 20 years ago, I guarantee you, bro, I already spent that shit. All that slave money or whatever they got from selling slaves way back in the day, way back like 200 years ago or something, or 150 years ago, none of that money exists. It was never trickled down by generation that went to anybody, okay? Nobody has that money. It doesn't happen no more. So this white privilege stuff, it's a lie, bro. It's a lie. And if you're talking about the system that was created before racism ever happened, bro, there were people over here taking the land from and like I said, this is sad, but they took the land from the Indians. They started building up houses, towns, businesses before all this craziness of slavery. It's not like slavery was here day one or something. I don't believe that. I look back at the history books. It might say that slavery was here from the time the first pilgrims or whatever, whoever first showed up here. I just don't believe it, dude. I don't believe it, okay? When you look at slavery, what do you think of? You think of the beginning of the 1800s to the middle of the 1800s. Like, you don't think of, when you actually think of the time of slavery, we're doing slave ships, late 1700s. When you think back to the formation of the 13 colonies and all this, you don't think of slaves. You think of pilgrims, you know what I'm saying? So it's all a lie, man. Like they're lying to you about shit. Because even if you don't fully know the history, and try to fully know the history, but even if you don't know the history, just look at it logically. Just look at it with your own common sense mind, bro. Just be like, what do you think really happened here, okay? It's not rocket science, dude. It sucks what happened to the Indians. It sucks what happened to black people. Sucks what happened to the Irish. Guess what, dude? None of those ancestors that were slaves or oppressed are alive today. None of them. You never even met any of them. That's the reality. I'm not trying to, cut you off from that. Oh, man. You should feel bad that they were slaves. I would feel horribly bad if I had ancestors that were slaves. Real bad, okay? But you can't blame it on the existing people who are here now because, damn, dude, we didn't do any of that stuff. We would never agree to any of that. Capturing humans and make them against their will to do stuff, that's crazy. No. If it was like the end of the world and you're a real evil character and you were in survival mode and you had to kill people for food yeah, sure. Slavery would be among the things that might happen. But we're not there. You understand? We're here right now in this reality, okay? Okay. And I don't think anybody would do that. You got to think about it. These people, like, you would have to live with your slaves. Think about it for right now today. You yourself would have to live with humans that you've captured, that you get to know personally, working your fields or whatever. It would bother you to the point to where you'd be like, bro, I'm so sorry for what I did, for capturing you and forcing you against your will. It would, dude, you couldn't do it. I don't think anybody could be slavers today. It just wouldn't happen. So quit blaming us for something some white people did a long time ago. That wasn't me, dude. It wasn't me. That's like somebody shot your cousin in some other city 50 years ago, and you're going to roll up on me as an 80-year-old person who saw the crime 50 years ago. You're like, yo, bro, I just know you were connected to this, so I'm going to kill you for it. What the hell did I have to do with that? I'm not even there. What does that have to do with me? What are you talking about, dude? Had nothing to do with me. Get the hell away from me, okay? That's what I'm talking about. It's not real, bro. Sucks what happened to your ancestors, but I didn't do none of that. And the governmental system and the economic system we have now, yeah, it was built off of, sucky circumstances. But everyone has to break some clay to build a house. Everyone has to smash something for it to be rebuilt. You want to start a country, you got to break some eggs to make an omelet, okay? That's how it works. Yeah, it's not ideal. Sure, it sucks. People suffered. But, dude, everybody who rode in a 1910, Model A or 1915 Model A, it doesn't matter. I don't care about the year. Whatever, the Model A, with no braking system, with no safety equipment, no airbags, nothing. They were pioneering it. They were pioneering the automobile. Dude, tons of people got jacked up, hurt, maimed, killed. But look what we have today now. An amazing system that works. Every origin story has a horrific, sucky beginning. Everyone. Every single one of them. But you're glad later on that it works, The good systems that we keep that work, Everyone's talking about communism, so fantastic. Socialism, bro. Okay, if it's so fantastic, just look at how it turned out everywhere else they tried it. Didn't work so good. That's not a good model. That's not a good blueprint to go by, okay? Because, everybody got poor. Everybody started starving, killing each other, mass corruption. Yeah, we're good, man. We don't. That's not a good system to go by, okay? Now, here's a great system. Capitalism. Pardon me. Capitalism. That's great, because then you had the freedom to sell whatever product that you want to sell to anybody. And it's just based on how good you sell stuff and what your product prices are. Dude, it's free. It's it's a free market. You can pioneer by yourself. That's why everyone's like, oh, communism, all this. But dude, everyone is from those places that are suffering dude, they're suffering third world conditions, want to come to America. Just ask the immigrants, okay? Quit talking about you have the best idea. Ask the people who came from these places, okay? And they will tell you, bro, we want to come here. You look at the African immigrants. I see them in New York City. Dude, they were panhandling, they were trying to sell crappy DVDs. You want to know why? Because they couldn't do that where they came from. And if they did, nobody was buying their garbage. But they could do that here. See, that's our system here. That's our economic system. You can start up with crappy bootleg DVDs and make some money. You can go record your own crappy little rap CD and sell it out on the street. That's capitalism. See, that gives you the power by your own free will and your own engineering and your own just going after it to make money. Communism, you can't do that. Socialism, you're not allowed to do that. Why the hell would you want to limit yourself like that? That's not fun. That's not cool. No, you're broke, okay? You're broke. And you're like, well, I want to sell my TV. You can't sell your TV. The government would want a piece of it. They would want to be all up in your face like, who are you selling this to? What are you selling it for? How much of this how much of the profit are we getting? They're taxing you, dog. You're not getting any of that. You can't go out and mow lawns, shovel snow. They're going to be up your, sorry for my language. Sorry, Father, for all my language in this, I pray. And Yeshua's almighty name. They're going to be up your ass, dude, with taxes. What are you doing? How'd you get that money? That's how it actually works, okay? That's why they're making this new bill right now. They're trying, the demon rats, I call them the Democrats demon rats, okay? they're trying to make this new thing where they've skipped, like, hey, guys, we got this new idea about socialism. We're going to try to infuse it into our capitalism. It might let it work. No, they went from, hey, guys, let's try to think about socialism. Now we are the communist terrors. Like, they went straight full bore. They missed like 5 steps in trying to ease us into it. Because right now they're making a law or a bill or something to where anybody who has $600 in their bank account, 600 or more, they're going to monitor every single citizen. That's communism, bud. So you want to know why? Because they say, oh, we're worried about people not paying their taxes. Really, what that means is we're monitoring you so that we can make laws to create new taxes on the money that you are saving so that we can use it for our own benefit. That's really what they're doing, bro. And how do you like that? How do you like that? All you fancy people, rich, living in freaking Hollywood, how do you like that? The chickens have come home to roost, okay? You guys are freaking doomed. All you rich scums, you're doomed. Making your propaganda films that women are so mighty. Put 100 out of 100 women in a fist fight with a dude. 100 out of 100 dudes are going to win. Now, women are awesome in their own respect, but come on, dude. Don't step into territories where you don't belong. No dude sits down to pee. No dude can give birth or breastfeed. It's just not real, okay? No dude should be trying to be doing any of that. And no woman should be trying to go off to war with big-ass Taliban dudes who don't care if you're a woman. They will just straight rip your face off and stomp your head into the ground and break your ribs and crush it. Like, why would you want to why are you even stepping into there? Like, I'm a regular dude with a regular dad body. I would not be like, yo, man, I feel like it's my right to go in with some MMA fighters. Hell no, dude. I'm sorry, but nope, I'm not getting stomped out in front of all my people. It's not happening. I know I do not belong there, okay? That's just reality, dude. Quit trying to be like, I want to be equal to a man. Do you piss standing up? You can do that? You can do that. Okay, dude. Get on with it then. Get the hell kicked out of you. Go work as a masonry. Go work up doing a plumbing job. You want to get in there and get some dookie all over your hands and your arms and your feet? You want to go home smelling like shit? Go do it. Do it, man. You know what? I think the court should be predetermined that they choose that the man should have the kids and you, lady, got to pay child support. And you got to qualify to see your kids. Like, you want to be equal to the man? Let's do it. How about we go out for dinner and you pay for everything? You open the door for me. You make sure everything's good for me. How about you do that? Let's do that. You want to do that? I'm totally down, okay? Because I'm starving like Marvin and I'm broke. Take me out of date. You pay for everything. And not just that, but let's have the mindset, the prerequisite mindset, the predetermined, your default mindset that, yes, you should automatically pay. And if you don't pay, okay, you don't pay for my dinner, you don't pay for my Haas steak at Haas's, you know what? You're a scum. You're not even worth talking to. You're a lowlife. Let's have that for the women. Let's do that. To push you into a place that you have to be in mentally to be always grinding to make money, or else you're seen as a scum bum. Let's do it like that. That'd be awesome, bro. I'll kick back. I'll clean the house. Hey, I'll clean the house. I'll do a little bit of dishes, run the sweeper, and then I'll sit around on my phone all day or play video games all day till you get home from work so I can say, where the hell is the money you got from me? You owe me for being here. Oh my God, bro. Dude, that would be awesome, bro. Just lay back like a fat pig and just do some dishes, sweep the floor a little bit, and then play video games all day while you're out busting your ass 60 hours a week. Oh my God. Now, my manliness, because I'm a man, hell no, that makes me sound like a pussy, like a low, like a weak ass dude. But really, inside, I'm like, I wish I could do something like that. That'd be awesome, bro. Let's turn the tables for a minute here. That'd be great. Let's try it for a week, see how you like it. I guarantee you would not like being a man. So I don't know why the hell you want to be a man, okay? You should say exactly where you are. Fine as hell, looking good as hell, getting 100 compliments. I don't hear no dudes getting no compliments. You think about it. Ain't no 1,000 women like, oh my God, dude, you're so hot. Can I please just make out with you? There's no women doing that to dudes. So enjoy having no compliments, and you're forced against your will to give us 1,000,000 compliments so that we will interact with you. And be lucky if we even interact with you. So let's turn the tables like that, you know. But back to the original thing. All this lack of humanity and caring about people, you know, with racism or with any of it, abortion, you're taking away people's humanity. And what that is that's all caused by one thing. Every single major topic we have is all caused by one thing. And that one thing is sin. Sin is not just a thing that kills us spiritually, but it is something that corrodes us and puts us on a new trajectory with a bad mentality, ideology, mindset, way of doing things, you know. It like corrupts us and brainwashes us to start thinking different, doing different things. And you get to the mental instability and de-evolution of your I don't mean evolution. Oh, the monkeys became humans, okay? I'm talking about like the devolved state of your mind becoming slowly less and less. Like it was fully brilliant. You were using moral principles as a compass, and then slowly over time. It doesn't happen immediately, like, oh my God, pow, I'm instantly killing babies. No, it's a slow deterioration over time to where you become smaller, hardened, evil, until that open hand that was helping people slowly becomes a fist, slowly over time, to where you're harming. That's by sin and the ideology it corrupts you with. And the ideology is anything that's evil. But it's all brought on by sin. And the only way to be free of that, to be free from the brainwashing, is to turn to the Lord Jesus Christ. That's what you know. But just to turn to Yeshua. That's his real name. And you turn to Yeshua and you're like, you know what? This is madness. You created my human body and you created the soul, and you know how it all works. And obviously my life kind of sucks, and I've been doing a lot of jacked up stuff in my life, so I obviously do not understand how to properly, fully 100% properly handle this machinery that is my body and my soul. So why don't you properly show me, as the architect of the blueprint of the creation that you created, which is tangible existence and everything therein, including human bodies and souls, why don't you show me how it works? And that is called reading your Holy Bible, to understand how the blueprint actually works, okay? And no traditions of men or denominations where they have their own ideas about it, but strictly what it says in the Holy Bible. Then you use that as your guide, and then you say, I love you, I'm sorry for my wickedness, I admit that you're the king, and that you are the true ruler who knows how to do all this stuff properly, and I'm sorry for being such a scumbum so far and a sinner. Please forgive me. I accept that you died on the cross for me. I fully believe that you're the Son of God, that you came down to die for me, that you died in my place and was buried, and that God rose you up on the third day to prove that the sin debt was paid, and that now you are the leader of my life. And I want to follow you and love you, and you're really the one who architected all this, and you know all the perfect plans, and I want to be with you forever because you love me the most. And that good, deep, moral love, that love that never quits or gives up, that loved me while I was being a scum bum, that you didn't execute me as a war criminal committing hate and war crimes against God, because everything you do evil is against good, and God is good. And so you committed those crimes against him. And because there is a war between good and evil, you're a warrior on a battlefield committing war crimes against God. And I thank you that while I was doing my wickedness, you didn't execute me as a war criminal, and that you love me as a dad who's dealing with a crazy child, and you held me close and let me to continue to survive so that one day I could really learn from you and grow and turn back to you and understand it and be forgiven. And the only way I can be forgiven, because I have nothing to offer, is by the pure, holy blood of Christ, who died in my place where I should have died. And I believe that he did that for me. I know it. I know he did it for me. And I know that you rose him up on the third day after he was dead and paid for my debt. And then now I know for a fact, I believe that you raised him from the dead. I put my whole heart on it. I put my last dollar on it. Put my life on it. That's what happened. To prove that you paid for me out of my slave chains of sin and doom. I was walking myself into hell by my own choice. When we get up there to heaven, God replays the tapes of our lives, replays every minute of our lives back to us. We're going to have no place to say, well, I wasn't really guilty. You're going to know for sure. I just got to be 100% honest, and please don't take this a bad way. When you were beating your dick to porn or to any kind of obscene thing, God's going to replay that moment to you. And you and God are going to be face to face looking at what you did, and there will be absolutely nowhere for you to hide that shame. And you will know it, and you will know it. And there'll be no way to say anything, but you'll just be able to say, I'm sorry, I'm totally guilty. You're seeing it with your own eyeballs. You see it right here in front of you. You somehow recorded the moment with your eyeballs, and you're playing it back to me in my face, in what exactly I did. And there's no way for me to escape. There's no way for me to make an excuse, because he can even see the motivations of your mind, your thoughts. He can read all your thoughts. He knows what lies you're going to create about the excuse. You can't escape, bro. And you're going to know that you can't escape, that you can't make any decision. And you're going to have to say, I'm guilty. And guess what? Once you're guilty, your sentence is death. That's the only sentence, spiritual death. And if you ain't accepted Jesus, who took the death in your place so that you didn't have to pay for your crimes against God and your sins, then guess what? If you didn't accept Christ, you're doomed. You have to pay for that. You didn't accept that Christ paid it for you, so you got to pay for that. And then you are knowingly walking yourself into hell. God's not going to pick you up and cast you into hell. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be pushed into hell because you're not going to want to go in there, okay? But it was your choices that led you there. God's not like, guess what? I just don't like you, so I'm putting you in hell. Never happened. Will never happen. You chose to go there by your own wickedness, doing the craziness, okay? You chose that. Nobody chose that. And it's really hard for people to understand that, because there's so many repeat offenders that, and I was in prison, and I can tell you this firsthand account. It's really sad, because the repeat offenders, they always had the same mentality, same ideology. They would say, the judge railroaded me. My lawyer is the one who did this. He didn't do his job right. The victim was lying, bro. I was set up. They create 1,000 things that take them away from the only thing that matters. It was my fault. I totally did it. And I deserve to be where I'm at. They won't wake up out of that lie that it's not their fault. And so they will always be in that perpetual state. And dude, that's a blindness I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. You did it, dude. You did it. Open your mind. Become unblinded. Know you did it. Feel the sting that you have to understand that you are guilty. Pay the debt, and then you will never want to be like that again. And then you will never repeat offend again. That's how simple it is. And if people will wake up to the reality that it is your fault. You're broke. It's your fault, dude. You could have got up and got a job. You're suffering in your relationship. It's your fault. They cheated on you. It's your fault. You could have walked away at any time. You're choosing to stay. You're choosing to suffer. You can't get no quality dude, and you got 100 Just to be honest, 100 dicks chasing you for sex, that's your fault. You wanted to dress like that. You wanted to act ratchet. You wanted to look like a prostitute. That's nobody's fault. You put that makeup on. Nobody forced that makeup onto your face. You decided to wear the booty shorts and shake your ass. Nobody forced you to do that. You get exactly what you get. That's what it is. Behold, God is not mocked. For whatsoever you soweth, that shall you also reap. It's your fault. You chose to do it. You're going to pay for it. And you got to accept Christ so that you don't have to pay for it. And that's not a way of scapegoating, like, oh, okay, I could just, oh, Christ paid for my sins. I do whatever I want. No, bro, you got to change, because after you realize that somebody who loves you more than you could possibly imagine died horrifically in your place so that you didn't have to do it, you didn't have to endure the death, the torture, the hell, then it really breaks you open with tears like, oh my God, bro. He did that for me, specifically for me, for my children, dude. How could I ever go back to that wickedness that I was? How could I ever go back to that evil mentality, that ideology that was keeping me corrupt? How could I ever agree with any of the stuff with abortion? How could I ever do it? When he died, I watched him. Watch the movie The Passion of the Christ. You'll see, dude. You'll see what he did. You'll see what he physically went through. There's no movie that could show what he mentally or spiritually went through. With his God part that suffered and wept, that his mortal body took on sin. There's no movie that could show that, but that infinitely outweighs what he physically went through. But if you watch what he physically went through, and the best example is The Passion of the Christ by Mel Gibson, I think it's a 2005, 2006 film. If you watch that, bro, by yourself in the dark, just turn off the lights and just watch that. Shut off your mind of, oh, I got these ideas that, oh, the Bible's man-made, I hate God and all. Just turn all that off and just look what this dude did for you. He did that specifically for you, dude. For you. And then you're going to act like he don't even exist. You're going to act like this doesn't matter. You're going to act like going out and telling people, bro, you're going to die. We love you, man. You gays, you transgenders, you crazy liberals. We don't hate you. You're not our enemy. We're not coming at you with a fight. We're coming at you with love, bro. You're sick. You're lost in this certain way. I'm just telling you, man. I don't want to see you be lost like that. I don't want to see you be living that damaging ideology, that damaging lifestyle that you think is so fantastic. You know how many people, I really want you to find some real Christians. People have really been saved. Not the ones that are so excited, like, oh, Jesus loves you all the time. You're going to get your prosperity dreams. I'm talking about the people like me and the people like my wife and the people who were real bad, real horrible, treacherous, disgusting human beings. And then Jesus revealed himself to us, showed us how disgusting we were, and then we totally changed. We might sin sometimes and be stupid sometimes, but we know, like, you cannot imagine the person I am who's making this video, me. You could not imagine who I was 15 years ago. You would think that the person who's made all these videos on ELO-bo-HIM Ministries, that's no possible way that you're the same human being. You would really think that if you hung out with me for one day 15 years ago. You'd be like, dude, you're the most evil, jacked up, disgusting, depraved, violent, like, terrible person I've ever met in my life. I would never let you around anybody that I love. Yeah, I'm even afraid to be around you. You would not think that it's possible that I'm who I am today making this video if you would have met me 15 years ago. And I want you, all atheists, everybody that doesn't understand about, even these happy, fluffy Christians who are like, God's going to give you all your dreams and all your stuff. Talk to a real Christian who really understands it. And you'll know you'll see, like, bro, it's a miracle that I'm alive. It's a miracle that he did not kill me when I know I should have been killed. Like, he could have had a car accident happen, and I would have been dead in the car accident, standing in heaven, and him repaying back my life and be like, you know what, God, you were absolutely right. You were justified in killing me with that car accident and making me go to hell. Like, I would not even argue. Like, you're right, bro. Like, there's no way to argue it. That is justice. But you know he has mercy. And Christ gave his life for you, bro. And if you really want to know what Christianity is, don't be watching Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes. All these people want to inspire you to your dreams. No, dude. Find the real ones like Billy Graham. Find the real ones like me, who are like, bro, I was a disgusting, wretched animal. I'm lucky to even be here to have a voice to tell you guys anything. I shouldn't even exist right now. It'd be better off as, God had me killed a long time ago. But I can't even question God. He's better as, okay, I guess it's better that I'm alive. But you need to know, like, what the reality is. You're a disgusting animal, dude. You're blinded to how disgusting you are. And you need to understand it. You need to understand the full height of morality. And then understand how far down you are from them moral principles. Be unblinded to see how disgusting and wretched, not ratchet, wretched, a disgusting, defiling human being you really are. And your actions and your mentality really is. And then you'd be like, damn, the perfect one with the highest possible morals. He came down and he suffered for days, torturous agony, and died in my place, where I totally justifiably belong. Even me as an evil-doing scum know that I belong there. I belonged on the whipping post with the cat o' nine tails, ripping the flesh off my back, tearing my face open. I deserved that they ripped my beard out, spit in my face, and mocked me as they pulled me around in front of everybody naked carrying a cross. I deserve that, bro. I deserve that they made me carry a piece of wood on my ripped back with all the wounds in the heat of the Middle East all throughout a city up a hill. And then they nailed me to that piece of wood, and I was executed as a long, slow, suffering death as a criminal. I absolutely know I deserve that. And until you understand that you deserve that, you're only going to have this fake Christianity that leads you to hell, bud. You don't understand that what was done for you. You don't even understand who you were as a sinner, who you are as a sinner, how terrible it is that you're being this way, how you deny Christ, the only one who really, truly loves you, that died in your place, where you, like, here's the thing. It's not, oh, God died for me. He paid for my sins. Hallelujah to the Lord. That's not what it is, bro. He saw you in your most disgusting, wretched, animal state. When you were raping somebody, I'm not saying you did this. I'm just saying, some ideas, some examples. You were raping somebody. You were molesting that little kid. You were watching bestiality pornography or anime, hentai stuff with the animals and the octopus and the cartoon characters that is only supposed to be around children. You took that children's idea and made it sexual. Like, oh my God, bro. He saw you in your most depraved, disgusting, when you lied to your kids that everything's going to be okay. Then an abusive babysitter that sexually molested them, you allowed them to come, you risked your kids to be in that situation so you could go out and party and have sex with dudes. That you did that. You knowingly, purposely did that on purpose. God saw you do that. And your worst possible state, when you raped your own family members, when you child molested your own kids, when you were having sex, even the small things, when you had hate against white people, and yet you don't even know any of us. You don't even know if we're racist and hate you back. You don't know any of this. You agree with abortion. Oh, it's my rights. You dress it up as my rights, yet you hide in the background, in the back of your mind. You don't even think about it. These little babies are being maliciously tortured to death, having their limbs ripped off and their guts ripped out and their heads crushed in vice. And you hide it in the back of your mind and say, women's rights. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? In your worst, most disgusting state possible. Jesus, the all-loving, all-powerful, all-just, mighty King, who speaks a word and armies would fall dead to the ground. That one saw you in your most disgusting, depraved state and said, I love this one enough that I'm going to open the doorway to the possibility that they could be forgiven and that they could be changed and come home to be with me in heaven forever and never have to experience hell. There's nobody that has ever loved you like that. Not even your wife or your girlfriend who's known about your past, who's seen you do wickedness, and yet she's like, oh, I love you. No, God is able to see your mind, the sick, weird stuff that you thought about in your mind. He saw you actually commit the act. He saw you do all your wickedness in the deepest mental and level of your mind, dude. The level of your mind that nobody could ever see. And he said, I still love you enough that I'm going to die horrifically in your place where you should have died. There's no human on earth that loves you like that. Nobody. That's the love. That's the love that he has for me and he has for my children. And there is no marching order that I would defy. As the king told me to go to the Muslims and to preach in Mecca, where I knew that they were going to cut my head off, I would happily get off my feet, get off my ass right now, and walk to Mecca. Swim across the ocean to get there. Because he gave me eternal salvation. He gave my children a way out of damnation and hell. Nobody's ever loved me like that. Nobody. And nobody will ever love you like that. That's the reality we're in. We're not here hoping God's a genie that will give us all of our 3 wishes. No, bro. We're here knowing that he died for us. We're lucky to be here, us disgusting, wretched animals. We're lucky to be here alive and in his grace on our way to heaven. I'm not going to test the waters and ask for millions of dollars, my $1 million mansion, my dream spouse, bro. I'm just lucky to be here, to be alive. That my kids are not starving in the streets, ostracized and made fun of by the righteous and mocked and laughed at. I'm grateful that's not happening because of the disgusting dad. That's what I'm glad that's not happening. That's my miracle mansion. That's what I'm excited about. If I have to stay broke for the rest of my life, forgive my language, Father. Holy shit, bro. I'm beyond ecstatic. I have eyeballs. I have eyeballs to see colored pictures on a television. I have ears that are not deafened that I can hear my sons and my daughters say, I love you, Dad. I drew this picture for you. I have hands that I can touch snow in winter and feel the sand beneath my toes in summer at the beach. I have people around me that would not let me starve and die out on the street. I have that much. I'm the most fortunate human on the planet. I don't know what the hell everybody's talking about. they really think they're going to talk to God. Like, bro, imagine the most disgusting, defiled, evil scum person you've ever met in your life. And then imagine that you're going to knowingly take one of your children and let your child be killed in their place. Your own child. Your own most beloved. Say you only got one kid. He's your favorite little boy. He's the best boy around. You ain't never seen a boy that went to school so good. He was so courteous. He helped you out. He helped clean the house. He helped you do chores. He actually wanted to do that stuff to be a good boy. And then you took that perfect boy, the one that you would be tortured to death for, the one that before he ever felt any pain, you would have your own body ripped to pieces by dogs or wolves or bears. You would take that little precious baby that you raised all your life, and you would give them in the place of this disgusting person that is the most wretched animal you've ever seen in your life. You would knowingly do that. What gratitude that scum person should have. And then that person would have the audacity to say, you know what? I don't really believe in you. I don't believe you really did that for me. I spit in your face. You're not even real. And then another one would come up with this, that person would have a different ideology. You know what? I'm not even going to believe in you unless you give me everything I want. I want a fancy house, fancy car, the bombest, hottest wife. Like, I don't even care to believe in you if I don't even get those things. Whatever, screw you. Bro, don't you know what I did for you? And here's the thing, I got all the power. There's no authority in this world. I'm the king of the world. I could literally torture you to death if I wanted to, and everyone would know that that was justice. That was perfectly good for me to do that. I could do that. And yet I don't. I care about you enough, where you disgusting animal person, that you would come at me saying all those things, and I would continue to let you live. I would continue to let you live. I mean, it's really unimaginable when you really stop and think about these things, man. Imagine this dude, you gave your son for this dude, this disgusting person, the most wretched person you've ever met. And then they're going to sit here and make up a false image of you. That I'm a genie in a bottle. I didn't just save your life. Nah, that's not the real big thing we got to talk about every time we talk about you. Okay, the real big thing we got to go, oh, he's a genie in a bottle. He's going to come give us my $1 million mansion, my $100,000 Mercedes-Benz. He's going to make it so that, one of his daughters, who's the most beautiful woman in the world, come to be my wife. Like, what, dude? Oh my God, bro, you're so lucky I have not killed you right now. Like, I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, and I know that God probably doesn't think that way, like, but imagine an infinite mind, like an infinite God with all knowledge. He knows exactly every tiny cell that was in Jesus' mortal body that suffered with the agonizing pain to get you out of your sin state by paying the price in your place. And you're going to sit here and say all this craziness to them, dude. It's crazy. It says it nowhere in the Bible, any of the stuff that anybody's talking about right now. Miracle mansions, everything, wives. Oh, we can have the good life. And, oh, gays, that's okay, man. Not a big deal. No, bro, they're sick people. They need help. You need to go out and tell them. Not with a fight, but just be like, hey, bro, you know what? You're off track, man. I feel bad for you, bro. That's the kind of mindset you got to approach the situation. Not like, oh, you're going to hell. That's not how you do it. They're a person with a sickness. Like transgender, it's called gender dysphoria. Like you have a mental problem, okay? You don't go up to somebody who's mentally retarded with dookie in his pants and like what the hell, man? Try to do better. You're a terrible person. You don't do that. You ever seen these, them people that have to take care of retarded people? The caretakers don't go mental, like you're a scum, disgusting. Oh, why can't you just be better? Or you go to a little kid who can't read. He's like got, that reading problem. and they got to take extra classes because they can't read good, you don't go be like, hey, little scum, why don't you read better? Do better. Like, you don't do that. Nobody does that. You sit down with them and be like, hey, buddy, I'm going to show you how to do it right. Let's pronounce the word. What do you think this looks like? Is that a D? Is that an R? Is that a S? Spell this out. Try to say knife. Oh, it's knife. You get it? That's how you do it. You don't go like, oh, you scum transgender. Oh. You don't do that. It's not effective. It does not work. Nobody does that to anybody suffering from a mental problem, okay? That's not how you fix a mental problem, okay? They go to counseling. They take medicines. You talk to them as a counselor, You're like, hey, bro. Like, even if you're a normal person, you see a retarded person in public or somebody that's handicapped, you don't treat them like that. You're like, oh, he's got problems, man. He can't help it. Same with these gays and trans. They got a problem. They can't help it, dude. That's just the way their brain is wired. To like gay stuff. To pretend that they're women. It's not really even pretending. It's like their mind is messed up. They really believe that. Serial killers are not pretending to be serial killers. They're just, their brain is messed up to think that, And you just got to take them out of that. By untangling the strings that are messed up in their mind that make them think correctly, okay? That's how you do it. And if you can't figure out how to do it, you get them to talk to somebody who knows how to untangle those kind of things, okay? It's simple. The only time you should fight is with people who are Christians or people with higher values or morals who are like, you know what? That's totally acceptable. Do that in public in front of children. Yeah, okay, buddy. Like the people in power. Pardon me. Like the people in power, it's like, yeah, it's totally cool. Do that in public. Gay pride parades where you walk around naked and you talk about, putting peckers down your throat. Like, what? You can't do that in public, bro. That's indecent exposure. Like, you got to go to jail now. That's how it actually should be. Teaching little kids about transgender stuff, about consent, like having these little porno textbooks in there talking about consent. And, oh, sir, don't touch my anus. I don't give consent. What the hell are you talking about? What does that have to do with any subject in school? Dude, what are you talking about? What part of mathematics, geography, anything? What does that have to do with anything? Nothing, bro. That's not for you to be talking about. And plus, that's already a law, corrupting the morals of a minor, okay? Buddy, you're a sicko, and you don't need to be around children. You're a creep-ass weirdo that doesn't need to be around any kind of kids, okay? That person needs to be out of here, okay? You need to get some mental help and serve a judicial prison sentence. That's how that works, okay? But for the people who know better, that's where the war is. That's where I get angry. For the people who know better and yet agree to it. Nah, bro. Nah. We're going to have a problem. That's when we're going to have a problem. That's the only time I'm going to be like, dude, yeah, we're about to throw down. Let me just tell you that. And that's the reality of it. But everybody else who's sick with the sickness, like this, you're sick with the sickness, right? You shouldn't be attacked for going to the doctor. It's like this. The people with these different sicknesses, right? Transgender, the fakeness of everybody white is, the racism thing. It's not even white people against black people. It's majority black people against white people. They call us honky cracker, white bread, all this, white bitches, white punks. Like, they say all this even in rap songs, right? In popular music. You don't see that, hey, black boy, you black bitch. Like, nobody ever talks like that because you get jumped. And it's really not even your mentality. We know that a lot of you sell drugs and you have guns, and that's not us being racist. That's just the reality, bro. That's just how you live. That's your culture, bro. You live in the hood. You talk about it in every single rap song. So that's you. And I know a lot. Me personally, know a lot of black people. And half of them is that mentality. Like, that's your mentality. That's who you are. You're a thug who likes thuggish stuff. That's just the way things are. You like selling drugs. You like smoking drugs. You like doing it all, dude. Pimping women, going to strip clubs, eating your, Southern food. You like doing all. That's you as a human being. That's you. And you're hateful against white people. That's just the reality of what is. And people with that kind of racism, people with, gays, transgenders, people who agree with abortion, Democrats who are wild with communism, like all this stuff is a sickness, okay? And here's the kind of sickness of this. This is the way you can see it. You have a toothache, really bad, and you have to have a tooth taken out of your head, out of your mouth. It has to be taken out, or the toothache will never stop. That's like the same with the bad person's ideology. That's making them sick. Now, here's the thing. There is no anesthesia or pain medicine that will take away the pain when the doctor rips that tooth out of your mouth. You're going to feel all the pain of that coming out of your face. And you have to be awake through the whole thing. Now, obviously, you're going to inherently not want to go through that process. You're going to try to do anything to make the toothache livable. You're going to live with the toothache, okay? And you're like, it's not so bad. Going to the doctor and having my face ripped apart while I'm feeling it all, that's the real problem. See? And that's the way it is with healing people of these wickednesses and sick ideologies. There is no soft way to do it. You have to admit that you're messed up. You have to admit that. And you have to backtrack and understand your guiltiness, of your sinful ways. And you have to rip out of yourself that bad mentality and ideology and replace it with a new thing that's helpful and healing. That's not a comfortable process. It's a very it hurts to go through that process, okay? And I've done it dozens of times with many different things in my life that I needed to change in my mentality and in my life. It's a really horrific, painful process that you automatically just like, nah, bro, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. It's not that bad. Come on. I don't want to have to go through that to be better, okay? And so you justify everything you can, every excuse you make to justify against having that process happen. And that's what it is. But as you ease into it with love and be like, bro, listen, man, let's talk about, how this could be wrong. You're not really on the right course. There's no perfect way to start that conversation that somebody's messed up in their ideology or their desires or their lifestyle and they have to change. There's no perfect way to start that conversation. But the easiest way to get through that surgical precision, like going to have your tooth ripped out, is to do it with love and gentleness. If you showed up to the doctor, showed up to that dentist knowing that you're going to feel the whole pain, and the doctor's like, come on, you stupid son of a bitch, get in here. I'm going to rip your face apart. Like, you're definitely not going in there, okay? And that's not a strategy for the dentist to be able to have success in pulling out that bad tooth. It's not going to happen. The person's never going to come in there, okay, to get their tooth extracted. Just like anybody who's out here street preaching, or anybody who's coming like, you're a gay person, you're going to hell, you're a disgusting animal, you're disgusting transgender. I used to be that way, and it took me a while to really stop and think about it. That's not going to help. That's not getting anybody to change. That's not getting anybody any help, any better. No, bro, you got to come with love. Be like, hey, man, you're down with the gay stuff. That's cool, bro. But let me just tell you how it, it's really going to suck. You're not going to like hearing what I got to say. There's no easy way to say what I got to say. But I love you, bro. And just know that I'm not against you. But, you're messed up. Like, you're going the wrong way, man. So I hate to see you living so bad. I love you so much, bro. You're one of my best friends. Or even if I just met you, you're a really great person, bro. But I know that you could have a better life. I'm telling you, man, I'm not trying to jam anything down your throat. I'm not trying to make you believe anything or force any religion on you. I'm just saying, bro, just look, man. I was horrifically evil, bro. You could not imagine the terrible shit that I did when I was younger. And I totally thought it was the best thing to do. I mean, selling drugs, stealing cars, fist fighting police, trying to kill police with a hatchet, and other things that I cannot say because I just cannot say it. But unimaginably horrible things I did, and I thought, damn, this is the coolest lifestyle. I love waking up every day, smoking a joint, chugging down vodka, having sex with girls, and just selling drugs and making money and beating the hell out of everybody and doing violent things with weapons. Like, I can't wait to get up and do that every day. And I loved it, justified it in my own head how that was good. But then I started seeing, I just sat down and started thinking about it like, damn, dude, I just started watching other people fall off. Like, almost all of my old, I'm talking about me personally, all my old friends are either dead or locked up. Most of them are dead. And the other part is locked up, or the small, very few, they're gone. I literally had no friends. I had hundreds of friends, and most of them died. The rest are in prison, living a habitual life of prison or on the run from the law. And the few that did survive, like me, they're living their own life in seclusion like I am, trying to be decent people now. And I don't have anybody to talk to. I have any friends from the past. And when I started seeing those people fall, started seeing women like be tricked out to the point, tricked, TRICKED, tricked out to the point to where like they're meth heads now. Like, I used to have a girlfriend that I was like, she's such a cool person. And she was like a free girlfriend. Like, she was, not, how do you say free? It's like, we could have fun, party, be best friends, and have sex at the same time. We were like, dude, it was the bombest, right? And because of that lifestyle now, she's into so many drugs. She looks like 20 years older than what her age is. She looks really bad, dude. And she has like purple and orange and blue hair, talking about killing herself all the time. Like, this dark goth spirit has just taken her, bro. She wears crazy makeup and like talking about depression and killing herself all the time. Like, smacked out on drugs all the time. Hooking up with dudes that are like 25 years older than her. I can't believe it, bro. Like, I can't believe that fun, exciting, awesome lifestyle I was living that I thought was so incredible. Look at what it caused, bro. Like, everybody's dead, man. All my friends. It has a hidden price, dude. It has a real serious hidden price that you don't know about. You don't see while you're in it, bro. You think it's great. You don't see, like, Bruce Jenner. He's doing whatever. Dude, if he cut his dick off, man, I gotta tell you, dude, in 10 years, he's gonna be like, yeah, I feel like a woman, but oh my God, I can't believe what I did. Like, all these people are having regrets, like, years later, because they were totally brainwashed by that evil ideology to do what they were doing, thinking it was awesome, but then later, the real consequences. The chickens have come home, dude. Like, they've come home. You gotta pay now. And you're not in that ideology. You're not in that mindset. You've grown out of it a little bit. And then you're like, holy shit, bro. Like, look at the price. I regret every minute. Dude, I wish I could go back. I wish I could tell my friends, like, guys, let's not get into the pill scene, man. Let's not get into having sex with all these girls without condoms, bro. Like, you guys are dying of STDs. Our friends are dying from drug overdoses. Being shot up in gang violence, being killed, bro. Like, I had to bury my own friends. I wish I could go back when we were in the fun mentality of this is so awesome. I love doing it. I love defending it. This is my life. It's so awesome. I wish I could go back to that retarded ass fucking kid and be like, bro, you don't know. You don't know what price lays ahead. Just stop Just stop, man. And you tell any teenager this shit, dude, they will not hear you. One of my teenage boys is wild. He's not as wild, half as wild as what I was, but he's skipping school. He's sneaking off, smoking cigarettes, dude. He's sneaking off with girls. He's drinking sometimes. I catch him. And yeah, I trash him up, but bro, you don't, like, they don't hear it. They don't understand. I was you, and I was 100 times worse than you, bro. And you don't understand the price that's ahead of you. You cannot comprehend what you're about to go through, bro. And these stupid ass little kids think they know it all and they never get it. And that's the thing, bro. It's some kind of weird thing that's on their mind. Because guess what, dude? The old heads when I was a kid, they told me the same shit and I did not listen. I was like, whatever, bro. I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm on track of my own life. I have fun. I enjoy what I do. Like, this is boss. Like, I'm like a boss out here, bro. You ain't got nothing on me. You can't tell me nothing, you old ass washed up dude who has no life now. You can't tell me nothing. And then guess what? 25 years later, I'm that old ass washed up dude that the teenagers will not listen to. Holy mackerel, bud, I was you. And you don't know what's ahead, man. You can't possibly imagine what's about to happen to you. Everything you're about to suffer. And it all happens from a place where you're like, bro, I love this. This is my life. This is the bombest lifestyle. You don't understand the hidden price that's behind it, man. And the same with all these people with transgender, like, transgender, gay stuff, communism, abortion, women reaching beyond where they should be, in arenas that they should not be in. You're going to find in a couple of generations, when you're 80 years old, you're looking out on society, you're like, holy shit, bro. Like, society is totally degraded to the point of, like, we can't even do anything. We're destroyed. Our nation is gone, bro. It's gone. We can't get it back. We went to we crossed the line of no return. We really did it, man. Like, I'm sorry for the language. We fucked up bad. We fucked up real bad, dude. And we can't go back to the way we were. There's no way. There's no way to fix it, dude. And now my sons and my grandsons have to live in this. Like, oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm crying like a bitch, but dude, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe when I see politics and I see people talking about their opinion, their rights. You guys don't understand what we had. Like, what the amazing thing that we have right now, and you're about to cross the line that we cannot come back. You're damaging permanently. You're permanently damaging things that we cannot fix. I don't understand why nobody gets that, bro. And my grandsons and granddaughters are gonna have to live in a fucking hell. It's unimaginable, dude. Like, I can't. You guys are fucking nuts. I'm sorry for my language, but you're all fucking crazy. You're fucking retarded and dumb and fucking nuts. How do you not see? Like, how do you not? You think your idea is so great that you can push it out on common society? That minority of gays, transgenders, communists, it's a small amount of people that really believe this stuff, that really want to live like that. And they're pushing it out on the mass scale to corrupt the ideologies, the mindsets of little kids, so that they come up generationally thinking this is a good way to go. But then in a couple of generations, holy fuck, dude, you guys are destroyed. You have no power. Look at the guy who's running the admiral that's running troops right now. He's a dude who's dressed up as a woman in a general's outfit. Our enemies who seek to kill us. The Taliban, the Russians, the Chinese, dude, they're looking in the background like, what the fuck are these dudes doing? They've given up, dude, they were the mightiest army on the earth. We wouldn't even talk to disrespect them in any way. And look at these pussies now, bro. In a generation, the Chinese will overtake, they will own the world, bro. Like, you guys don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what price our kids are going to pay, dude, because you're making these fucking retarded ass decisions now. And I'm telling you, bro, just stop, slow down, stop, really think about it, bro. Look at where it's gonna go. Look what's happening, dude. Like you're doing shit that cannot be undone. Our enemies are seeing this. They're getting bolder. They're getting stronger. Like you can't imagine what's gonna happen, dude. Like this is gonna be for our kids, for generations to come. We are destroying. We're giving up the greatest thing on the earth right now. The America that we know as kids in the 80s and 90s is gone, and it will be gone forever, dude. We will not be able to take it back or bring it back. Dude, if we don't change this, man, if we don't immediately start changing shit. I mean, everybody who's 25 and older, like, dude, you got to start thinking, like, it's not about you anymore, bro. Like, you have people, you're an adult. You have to think of everybody who's coming. You got kids now. You don't just live for you anymore. You got to live for your kids. And think about it, dude, your grandkids, your grandbabies that you're here right now. Like, I got to be honest, if anybody came around my kids, bullying my kids, and tried to teach my kids bad shit, I would fucking annihilate them, bro. I'd beat them half to death where they couldn't. And guess what? None of the witnesses would say shit because they even know they'd be too scared. I would fucking beat the living fuck out of all of them, dude, with a baseball bat, okay? You fuck with my kids. Simple as that. You try to teach them that gay, transgender bullshit, I'm going to fuck you up, dude. Like, you cannot imagine that what the hell is about to happen to you, buddy. Now imagine this. You're agreeing. You're not helping the situation by changing the decisions that are made today so that you, with your own kids, you would protect them with your life, you would kill for them, die for them. Okay, what about your grandkids, your great-grandkids, your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkids? They're going to live in the decisions that you were alive to help shape those decisions that sway our country. You're not going to stand. You're not going to fight. You're not going to sacrifice. You're not going to lose your business to say transgenders, dude, we got to stop this. Like, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to sacrifice anything. You're obviously lying. You're lying about how much you love your kids. You're a pussy or something like that. Bro, I can't believe people are fucking crazy. Like, they don't sit down and think of any of this stuff. They're just going along with it, bro. And I hope that anybody, even one person watches this video, just one famous TikToker, one famous YouTube person, listens to this video and it's like, holy shit, bro, he's right, bro. I want to get this out on a mass scale. You don't even have to repeat my video. Don't share my video anymore. Just take what I'm saying and start thinking about it. Spread it around, dude. Spread it around. We got to stop, man. We're getting to the point where there's no way to come back. And we will be... Dude, it's going to be destroyed. Everything, bro. You can't imagine what's going to happen. You can't imagine. America will dissolve. It will no longer. It will be a country like every other country. It will still exist, but everything will be destroyed, dude. Every system we had in place destroyed. It will be a third world country. I guarantee you. It will melt into Canada and Mexico and all the southern countries, and it will just be nothing anymore. And the Chinese, who don't play that bullshit, who don't go along with any of the stupid shit, they're gonna be like, you know what? Nope. We have kept our people at the same traditions for 1,000 years, and they have not swayed to any of this cowardly stuff, and we're gonna rule the world. And that's what's gonna happen. I bet you $1 million, bro. I bet you my arm on it. I would lay my arm on a chalking block and say that, dude, I guarantee my hand. You can cut my hand off if I'm wrong. That's going to happen, bro. We're going to be overthrown. We're not going to be the world leader anymore. I'm telling you. If we continue on like this, and guess what? All of our nation, every American, every Native American, every black person, every Hispanic, every white European, every person that was born here, everybody who lives here, the Amish, every citizen of America, I guarantee you, from coming from Europe, immigrants from any other part of the world, if you're here now, you're having kids now, I want you to know that if we don't rapidly start changing things immediately, like within the next 5 to 10 years, it's at such a critical point right now that our lands will be raped for their resources. Listen to what I'm saying. Our land will be raped for our resources. Our man hours of productivity towards, everyday working, your 40 hours a week, that's going to be sold off to other countries. Everything digital will be taken from us. Everything will be taxed, and we will be owned by the other nations of the world. we will be as dull as every other third world country. There is nothing exceptional here. You are building on sand. It will never happen. Your future is completely doomed. I'm telling you, I'm being 100% honest. And it's going to be like Cuba. Our wealth, our power is going to be run into the ground by the political people who are trying to control everything. And I'm telling you, over the next 50 years, it's going to be decimated. I guarantee you. I would lay my life on that. I would bet my life on that. I really would. I'm logically and clearly looking at this as a sober-minded person, looking at all the evidence of the past countries who have lived like this, and how the etiology of our problems and where it's projected to go. And I can guarantee on my life, if things do not dramatically change and rapidly fast, it's over. This great country is done for. It's over, bro. And I can't believe that we're gonna lose this for my children, my grandchildren, my great. I can't believe it, bro. Like, what the fuck is happening? Father, please forgive me for language. I can't, dude. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I just can't believe. It's like I'm in an insane asylum. Like, everybody's fucking crazy, bro. Like, what the hell? You guys don't see what's at stake here? Maybe your opinion doesn't matter so much. Like, chill back, bro. Like, chill, relax. Like, shh, be quiet. Transgender gay stuff, okay, have it if you want to be weirdo in your own time. But, dude, shh, be quiet. Like a 4-star admiral or whatever, like on TV. Like, oh my God, bro, dressed up as a woman. You're a fat, out of shape 40-year-old dude, like 50-year-old dude that's going to talk to me about how I can be better at treating genders when I'm only here to be killing our enemies on a battlefield. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm so confused. Dude, we're doing shit that cannot be undone, guys. We really get, dude, your opinion about transgender equal rights, be quiet for a little while, okay? Your opinion really don't matter so much, okay? I mean, just sacrifice your own opinion for a little while. Not everybody has to have an opinion, okay? Just know that your opinion is not conducive with the survivability of our country and traditions and our wealth and our power and status in the world. So just, you individually choose to just like shut your own mouth for a while so that we can survive, okay? And we continue to be good and great, Like, just shut the hell up for a while. Just, or maybe we need to go around with some duct tapes and start duct taping people's fucking mouths because, dude, you guys are saying shit that should not be said. It's like being it's like taking your girl to a negotiation with a homie to try to get some money off them, or a business deal to negotiate something, and your girl just starts randomly saying shit that totally damages and wrecks your side of the negotiation, that makes you drop way down. It's like, you'd be like, bro, man, I can't really make bills, so can I get that 20 up off you, man? I know you're making ends move right now, but can you get that 20? And your girl all of a sudden just chimes up from the back, but we just got our money. We just got paid yesterday and we still got money in the bank. Like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? Why would you say that? What in the living hell, dude? Oh my God. Like, trying to get the money this dude owes me, and I'm using negotiating tools. Like, it's a very complex thing that we got to do to stay as we are, okay? To stay powerful and rich and ruling and to be the moral compass of the world. Like, that's not easy. That's not just inherently happening. We have to do a lot of negotiations to make that happen, okay? And we can't have morons like you talking in the background or talking on the side or talking with the national news in front of the whole world saying dumb shit that's going to weaken our position in the negotiating atmosphere, to weaken our position that they always start getting dominated and pushed out. Like, oh my God, bro. Like, why would you say that? Thank you. Thank you for ruining it for everybody. Like, get the hell out of here, bro. I don't even know why you're here. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, bro. Just shut the hell up on some of your points, okay? Be quiet. Really, just give it a break. I'm telling you, dude, because you're ruining it for everybody. I know, oh my God, the justice warriors and socialists are, oh God, so awesome. And we got to fight the racism. Racism really isn't happening. I don't see any white people lynching any black people. I don't see any KK men. Well, racism, we got to fight it. No, bro, just shut the fuck up. Sit down somewhere, okay? Shut the hell up on the national news. Quit embarrassing us in front of everybody in the whole world, okay? Stupid-ass CNN, everybody that's arguing about shit on there. Just shut it up. Zip it up, bro. Just shut the hell up for a while, okay? You just come out with some news that's like, yo, bro, guess what? Productivity's up 15%. We're making tanks in, wherever the town we make. In Michigan, they're making tanks again. Our dudes are making awesome aircrafts again. Look, our economy's up by 15 points. Like, why don't you say some shit like that to where everybody's like, around the world's like, what's going on? They're getting tough over there. We better watch what we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Americans, they ain't messing around, bro. They're getting a little bit strong over there. Economy's lifting up. Oh, my God. What if they came on, what if these morons who degraded Trump for 4 years and they understood what I'm talking about? That even if you don't like Trump, whatever, okay, great. You still have to project an image of power and respect and authority and, being rich and stuff in front of others. So they're like, yeah, you know what? I ain't going to mess with that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, gotcha. CNN should have been doing that sometimes. Like, well, check this out, dude. Trump just bought like a whole bunch of military stuff. Look at this bomb. This should have had a whole day about, damn, dude, look at our boss. He bought all this military stuff. You know what? We don't agree with anything it says, but damn, dude, look how rich and powerful we are. Look how the economy is up so good. Like, and then even the people who are outside seeing the people that don't like Trump, that talk shit on Trump all the time, they would look at it like, damn, even the people that don't like him are like, oh shit, they're powerful now. Like they're starting to get tough now. They're starting to get rich now. We don't want, oh shit, we must not, we might not want to mess with them right now. That's what I'm talking about. But nobody seems to understand any of this shit. Like you guys are all mentally retarded little children or something, okay? You guys are like retarded children. I don't get how you guys all expect to have your own opinion and then survive. Like, how's 5 million opinions opposing with each other going to make anything work? It's not going to happen. Let's just get down with the core principles and the reality of what the Constitution is, the laws that already exist, and let's just do that, bro. If you have an opinion, we can all talk about an individual opinion. Okay, we want to hear your opinion, but dude, your opinion is not going to sway how anybody does anything in culture or in legal practices. Like, we're not doing that, bro. Let's just stay with what we already got. Love songs, maybe a little bit of rap music, and maybe some country, and maybe you want to hear that screaming goth metal music. Okay, cool. Do that in your own weird little area, okay? But for the rest of us, we're keeping everything mainstream. Like, we're keeping everything with traditions and morals, and so that we know that we're not going to collapse from decay on the inside, and we know we're not going to be collapsing from anybody who's going to overtake us on the outside. Like, you got to keep those main things going. If you don't, holy mackerel, bro, you're doomed. And everybody just needs to shut the hell up for a while. You got your opinions, okay, but shh, be quiet. Like, all these celebrities talking shit and look like pussies online, like, and everywhere in movies, like, oh my God, girls are so powerful, while everybody else in the world who opposes us, all of our enemies, they don't have that ideology, dude. They're stuck in reality, the reality of the world. They're stuck in the reality. Ain't no girl's gonna run up on us and, like, beat the hell out of us in hand-to-hand combat or fire on us and win. Like, it's not gonna happen, dude. What are you talking about? The reality of combat warfare with soldiers against soldiers is dudes, the toughest dude, the most burly human example goes in and wipes out the enemy. It's the best dudes against the best dudes. And because all dudes are physically dominant over chicks, then the military fighting force should only be dudes. And women in the background as nurses and logistics and doing the radios and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That kind of work. And maybe they could work in air, and fighter pilots and stuff. But in armed combat where you're like on a battlefield, or in an area of, fighting, no woman should be there because our enemies are not there, dude. Our enemies are with a different mindset. They're like, bro, we're the biggest, toughest motherfuckers around, and we're going to rip your face off and eat it. Like, we're going to feed your guts to our children. Like, we're going to cut you up and kill you. If you're like a 150-pound woman and you're a little bit strong and tank, it don't matter. A 225-pound dude who's been living out in who's been living out in the bush for a while is going to come up with a big old beard and rip your face off. Like, he's going to kick it. He's going to take his boot knife and just gut you. Like, You're not going to be able to stop them. I don't see what the hell these people are talking about. It's unimaginable. Like the stupidity and just, I'm sorry for the language. Please, Father, forgive me in Jesus' name. The fucking unimaginable retardation that's happening right now. Like, I don't get it, bro. And it's not, it's like, if it wasn't so serious on a long-term scale, where, like, it's going to permanently affect our country for generations to come. Like, if it wasn't happening, I would just laugh my ass out. Like, you guys are fucking retards, bro. Like, I really hope... I'm not trying to give any points to our enemy, but I really hope that 50-year-old dude that thinks he's a woman, as a 4-star admiral or whatever, 4-star general, I really hope, dude, that he gets into an armed combat situation with a big-ass Taliban dude, and he gets his face ripped off. Like, I really hope that, and then people are like, maybe that's not such a smart idea to be doing that dumb shit. And then the generals will be like, that's not an effective war strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like, then people will be like, oh, shit, that's not a good idea. I might not want to do that. So that would end. Like, I just don't, I don't understand how these people think this crazy crap, dude. Does that dude that's a 4-star admiral or whatever, he's a military guy, he's like 50, fat, ugly, overweight, out of shape, can't even probably do 10, pull-ups. Does he really believe in his mind that he could go out and kill some dudes? Like, you could be in war and actually kill people? Like, you? Give me a fucking break, buddy. I'm sorry for language. I'm done sorry. Give me a break, dude. Like, you can't really believe that. Okay. Just pick any Marine. Just pick any of them, dude. And go into an octagon with him and just spar with him and see what the hell happens to you, dude. That Marine's going to rip you. That jarhead's going to tear you apart, dude. What the hell kind of craziness are you thinking? Like, you really believe? And here's the thing. There's generals. There's infantrymen. There's colonels. Like, that are looking at this like, yes, I agree with this. This is good for social justice. Like, what the hell are you talking about? This has nothing to do with being lethally efficient to kill our enemies. This is, what the hell is happening here? That's like somebody who paints nails, like at a salon, and does people's hair, showing up in the middle of a circus act, or in a circus tent, when they're bringing out the zebras and lions and doing the tricks with the hoops. And like all of a sudden a hairdresser, salon person's coming in with their chair. They set it up in the middle of the lions and they just start doing a client's hair. Like, what the hell? And they're talking to the ring arena guy, the guy that announces everything, and the guy and the girl that jumps with the hoops and everything. And they're talking to the guy that gets the lion and do whatever he does. And she's like, hey guys, now listen, we have to understand about hair here, and you have to press and perm the lion's mane. Like, you'd be so confused. You'd be like, what the hell does that have to do with the circus act right now? It's literally, these things don't go together. This doesn't make any sense, dude. And that's why it's kind of funny, and like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, what is, you guys are retards, man. Like, can't believe you're doing that. But then guess what? Then we have to deal with the sobering, heartbreaking reality that this is a real thing that's happening to us right now, and it's going to permanently affect our country for generations to come, dude. That's what it's like. Oh my God, dude, what the hell is happening? So I'm telling you guys, we got to change it. We got to change it rapidly, bro. I'm telling you, we need people like me who remember, like, we have to be a good moral example, and we have to do what's right for the country, and we have to... But we are also public servants that we serve the general welfare of the people. It's not food stamps welfare. I'm talking about the overall health and prosperity and safety and security of the citizens of the land who are our bosses, because they gave us this job to make the decisions for all of them, because everybody can't do the job. It's just a few of us can do the job out of the mass population, okay? So we're going to do what they want, but we got to do it by a moral code, like the moral code that's found in Christianity, or in human dignity and human decency, you know what I mean? Or the laws that are already existing within the Constitution, all the Constitution, all the important documents that got us this far. That's what is going to lead us, and we do what the people want. And that's what we got to do. Not the crazy stuff that corrupts generations, like the transgender stuff. I'm sorry, we can't be doing that. Because you're making a whole new generation Z or X or whatever the heck. They're all pussified who won't go work a job, who can't even take a constructive criticism. They think they're being attacked. They got to block you everywhere on social media. Like, it's so, oh my God, bro. Imagine if our enemies came in. You think they're going to hurl insults at you? Or are they going to grab you by your green hair and, like, cut your head off, dude? Like, what do you expect to happen? You're so, oh my God, my feelings. Oh, so terrible. That you hurt my feelings with some words. Well, what happens when a knife is going into your guts? Or a bullet's ripping through your legs or your chest? Like, are you going to be crying about offenses then? Or are you going to, like, suddenly wake up when you get shot in the arm and be like, holy shit, bro, I need to get up and fight back or I'm going to fucking die. Like, that's the reality, though. I'm sorry for I know I really got to work on my swearing, but dude, that's the reality of it, bro. And we're sitting here talking about, I want my perfect pronouns. You call me he, him, her, his, they, them. Like, what? What does that have to do with you working at a job? Like, how does that have to do with you making my McDonald's sandwich? What does that have to do with you changing the oil in my car, buddy? Like, dude, do your fucking job, idiot. What is that? And you're in the military. I'm him, he, and you're a girl. What the fuck does that have to do with killing our enemies? Man, you better get back in line. Go get your hair cut down. Get your hair buzz down. So you know why they do that? So the enemy can't use that as a tactical advantage in armed combat to grab your hair and use that as a way to defeat you. You need to go get your hair trimmed, bud. Go get a buzz cut. Let's go. Come on, high and tight. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Don't ever talk about that here again at the mess hall. Just get the fuck out of here, okay? Get the hell out of my face. Go do 100 push-ups right now. Go run the obstacle course right now. I don't want to hear anything else you guys say. Save that shit from when you're at home with the civvies, at home. This is about killing our enemies and being super efficient and the toughest motherfuckers on the planet. I don't know what the hell you're here for. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. So get the hell out of my face before I leave my boot heel up in your throat after kicking it through your asshole, okay? That's really what they should be saying. I'm sorry for the language. I'm sorry. That's what the hell the military's for, okay, dude? Beat little dumbasses into conquering warriors, okay? That's what we need. All right, guys, I'm done. I love you so much. It's been 2 hours. I'm saying all of these problems reach back to sin. When you find their ideology, you go back to the root cause of all it. It's all sin. And the only way to get rid of it is to turn to the Lord Jesus Christ, repent of your old evil ways and your evil personality, mindset, ideology, and conform unto the image of Christ by learning his morals and living by what he says out of the Holy Bible, not what's in popular culture, not what your church is teaching you, but what's written down already in the Holy Bible. Extremely easy to understand what I just said. And you just do what it says, right? And you follow the Lord and you try to do your best. That's it. That's all you can do. Our Lord Father Yahweh, our Lord Brother Christ Jesus, Yeshua, our Lord Brother and dwelling Holy Spirit within us, Ruach HaKodesh, our Lord family, our Lord God, Elohim Almighty. He infinitely loves all of you guys, and I super love you as well. Have an amazing day. And let's get on with it, guys. Really, really understand what I said here and really do it. Have an amazing day, and as always, bless the King.